wouldn't be the same, cause I'm not a gambler, I don't bet.
1984 was the year hip-hop stopped asking for permission. The boombox got louder, the 808 got meaner, and a new generation crashed radio clubs and, finally, MTV. This countdown isn't just nostalgia, it's the story of how street tapes became national anthems. You'll hear the spark that launched Def Jam, the battle record that turned one name, Roxanne, into a movement. The electro shockwave from the West Coast, the first beatbox that made jaws drop, and the track that smashed guitar riffs into a rap video and changed TV forever. These aren't just songs, they're turning points. If you grew up dubbing tapes, spinning 12 inches, or learning your first windmill, you're in the right place. And if you're new to the era, welcome to the Blueprint. Before we dive in, tell me, what's the first 1984 hip-hop track that made you rewind the cassette 3 times? Drop it in the comments. Then let's count down the top 15 hip-hop songs of 1984 we'll never forget.
Originated, created, and made it so he could fight it good. He played it and played it, but I'm superior.
Before this record, most people knew beatboxing from park jams and school lunch tables. Doug E. Fresh took that raw, playful energy and cut it straight to wax. You hear kicks, snares, hi-hat ticks, hand clap smacks, and none of it comes from a drum machine. It's lungs, lips, and timing. The track feels like a live routine. Call and response pockets, little rhythm jokes, sudden stops, then a fresh pattern that makes you laugh and nod at the same time.
And Doug E. Fresh echo in his mind, but the sounds I make is one of a kind, like this.
What made it special wasn't only the sound, it was the confidence. Doug treats his body like a full studio, and he proves hip-hop isn't limited by gear. It's ingenuity, it's fun, it's style in real time. Question: what was the first beatbox pattern you ever tried to copy? Simple kick snare or that fast hi-hat roll?
And I'm the Lord of rap. How fresh? So fresh that when I was young, I learned to drive women crazy with my tongue.
If you want to understand the crew era, when harmony chants, fast handoffs, and crowd control were everything, start here. Cold Crush brought the party tape mentality into a proper studio vibe without losing the live electricity. You can hear routines built for battles, stacked hooks, sharp ad-libs, each MC sliding in like a relay team handoff.
Oh, what gives you that impression, K? Because I don't care what nobody say. How bold?
No wasted bars. The beat is crisp and spare, giving the voices room to flex. What hits hardest is the swagger. Fresh, wild, fly, and bold isn't just a slogan. It's a standard for how a crew carries itself.
For the rest of our life, as long as we live, we'll keep using those adjectives.
The song captures an attitude that shaped countless MCs who came after. Even if Cold Crush didn't chase pop radio, they set the blueprint for stagecraft and mic chemistry. Question: who in Cold Crush had your favorite mic style? And what's the routine you still quote?
Fool, we like to be with some because they're funny. Others come around when they need some money.
This is grown man hip-hop in the middle of the early 80s party wave. Instead of bragging, Jalil and Ecstasy deliver a cool, steady lesson. The difference between real friends and fake ones. The track is deceptively simple. Clean drum pulse, rubbery bass feel, space for the words to breathe. That space matters. It lets the hook sink in like a proverb. You can hear early rap maturing here, storytelling, melody you can hum, a chorus that works in a club and on the radio. It's also one of those songs that sneaks up on you. You think it's just smooth and catchy, then a line lands and you're like, yeah, I've lived that. Question: what's the Houdini line from Friends that you've actually used in real life? This is the sound of LA breakers taking over movie screens and mall arcades. Reckless is pure electro-adrenaline. 808 body blows, synth sirens, scratch cuts, and iced tea slicing through with a cool staccato flow. It's cinematic on purpose. Built for big speakers, wide rooms, and fast feet. The West Coast voice here is important.
As reigns supreme, as the turntable wizard of the hip-hop scene. So listen.
Early hip-hop stories often center the Bronx, rightly, but Reckless shows how the culture mutated beautifully under neon lights and palm trees. The vibe is sharper, the drums are colder, and the attitude is, watch me now. For a lot of people outside the core scenes, this was a first taste of rap in a theater on a soundtrack tied to movement. It made kids want to learn a windmill the same day. Question: when you hear this, do you picture a club, a movie scene, or a cardboard mat on the sidewalk?
Myself, I could almost die. Let an image appear, a pizza pie. So I put on the
Comedy and thunder. That's the formula. The Fat Boys come in heavy, literally and sonically, with big drums, bigger personalities, and a skit-style story that's pure early 80s fun. Jailhouse Rap proves you can be hilarious and still be hip-hop to the core.
out the door, and all I saw was pizza galore. So I stuffed my face, I couldn't even walk.
The verses paint scenes like a mini-movie, the choruses are built for the whole room to shout, and the energy never dips. What ties it together is craft, tight timing, clear voices, and a beat that stomps.
We're in jail because we're fed. We're in jail.
And if you ever saw them live, you know the human beatbox turned the place inside out. This single captured that same spirit in a way radio could understand. Question: what's your favorite Fat Boys moment? This track, a beatbox solo, or a wild video cameo? A siren, a synth snake charmer riff. Then the 808 kicks in like it owns the block. Egypt, Egypt is pure West Coast electro. Cold drums, hot wires, and a groove built for cardboard on the sidewalk and headlights in the parking lot. Egyptian Lover takes a simple hypnotic melody and rides it until your body gives up and follows.
I don't care about my reputation. Give me a freaky, kinky nation that's also female population.
The vocoder is a character. The hand claps hit like sparks. And the arrangement leaves so much space that every spin, pop, and glide feels louder. This wasn't just a club record, it was a movement record. Radio mixes on K-Day, swap meets, car culture, backyard parties.
It taught a generation that hip-hop could sound futuristic and still be street. The message is simple: repetition is power if the pocket is deep enough. Question: when this drops, do you picture a dim club, an outdoor jam, or a crew practicing windmills in a garage?
Or depth of bass, I don't really know, but somebody said some musical rhythm can.
Minimal on purpose. A dry, snapping drum track. Jazzy J cutting like a surgeon, and Tila Rock stepping to the mic with a voice that sounds like authority. It's Yours is the blueprint of early Def Jam energy. Hard edges, wide space, and a hook that feels like a stamp of ownership.
Sound plus rhythm done up with finesse is equivalent to
The record's toughness comes from restraint. Nothing extra, just a beat, a voice, a few stabs, and echoes placed exactly where your brain expects a response. It's the sound of mid-80s New York boiled down to pure essentials.
sound plus rhythm done up with a.
The Park Jam sensibility sharpened for 12-inch vinyl. You can trace a straight line from this to so much of what came next. Bigger drums, cleaner mixes, rappers treating the track like a podium.
DJ Jazzy J.
If you want to hear how production can make an MC sound 10 feet tall, start here. Question: what's the moment that hooks you? The first, It's Yours, call, Jazzy J's cuts, or the way Tila Rock attacks the opening bar? This record made hip-hop feel safe for the school gym without losing the beat's bounce. Curtis Blow turns a love letter to the game into a call and response masterclass. Tight drums, bright keys, and name drops that made kids shout their favorite players like they were in the arena.
The beat, Isaiah and Iceman too. Just give him the ball and then you talk up too.
It's a gateway song. Your parents might not get the message, but they'll nod to this. The flow is talk-sung and friendly, yet the timing is surgical. Every bar lands where the crowd can clap, chant, or sing along. And because it celebrates skill, teamwork, and fun. It crossed from radio to pep rallies to halftime shows.
Bill Russell didn't take no jump, and Dow Dawkins got a monster dump.
In 1984, that mattered. Hip-hop was still proving it could live anywhere. The secret is the smile in the performance. You can hear joy in the cadence and pride in the punchlines. Question: which name drop made you grin first? Dr. J, Magic, or someone else entirely? This video is sponsored by the Lore Store on Amazon, your one-stop shop for music lovers across reggae, rock, pop, and hip-hop. We built it for real listeners who don't want to dig through 1,000 listings to find the right gear. Inside the Lore Store, you'll find 5 aisles. VIP, top, battle-tested essentials. Headphones, turntables, speakers, gig-safe earplugs, smart speakers. Reggae vibe, roots and lovers. Rock made easy, automatic decks, warm bookshelf speakers, vinyl care. Rock lore, classic rock must-haves. Open back cans, simple amps, living room concert vibes. Pop lore, feel-good everyday setups, clean, clear speakers, easy streaming, nostalgia-friendly picks. Hip-hop must-haves, punchy bass without the muddle, closed-back headphones and living room systems that handle low-end, plus a rotating crate of old album vinyl if you're rebuilding a 60s-90s collection. Every product page tells you who it's for, 3 pros, 1 con, and why we picked it. So you can choose with confidence. Flying soon? Check. VIP for noise canceling that tames plane roar. Mostly listening at home? Try open-back headphones that let live albums breathe. Want instant gratification vinyl? Our fully automatic turntable is 1 button from silence to music, and the record cleaning kit knocks down crackle so the bass tightens up. Headed to shows? Grab high-fidelity earplugs, hands-free at home. Our smart speaker picks let you say, play 70s reggae or classic pop, and you're there. Deal alert! If you use the link in the description, you'll land on our curated picks with current best available Amazon pricing and active discounts where applicable. Prices change, so buy now to lock in today's deal. Tap the link in the description, pick your aisle, grab a favorite, and tell me which category you want me to build next. The Lore Store. Listen better, with gear that gets out of the way and lets the music live. A handshake across generations. The godfather of soul, whose grooves powered countless breakbeats, meets the Bronx visionary who helped turn those breaks into a culture. Unity blends live funk feel with hip-hop's chant and cadence, horns talking back, drums pushing forward, and James Brown's command answering Bambaata's call. The title isn't just a word, it's a mission. Peace, pride, and respect sit right next to the pocket. In 1984, this record felt like a public ceremony, hip-hop thanking its roots, soul acknowledging its heirs, both standing shoulder to shoulder. You can hear the past and the future trading bars. It told young listeners, know where this comes from, and told older listeners, this movement is family. Few collaborations explain the culture better than this 4-minute summit. Question: if you were teaching Hip Hop 101, would you start the syllabus with James Brown's breaks or with a Bambaata set that stitches them together?
To live where the colors would swirl and the boys and girls can grow in peace and harmony and where murals.
Cinema on wax. From the Beat Street soundtrack, this is Mel Mel turning the city into a stage and the culture into a lesson. The beat moves like a train, steady, heavy, unstoppable, while the verses paint scenes. Breakers, writers, DJs, MCs, all finding light under hard conditions.
Before, just let me know what you came here for and just clap your hands, everybody, and let me know.
Mel Mel's voice is a trumpet, bright, urgent, and clear, pushing past the party to talk about survival, art, and responsibility. If the message opened the door for social storytelling, Beat Street Breakdown marched a whole parade through it.
Get on up and let's take it to the top where we belong, 'cause the age of the Beat Street wave is here, everybody.
The hook feels like a chorus you'd hear through open windows in summer. The verses feel like a block meeting. And because it rode with a major movie, it carried those ideas into places hip-hop hadn't reached yet. Suburban multiplexes, family living rooms, international ears.
So all you hip-hops, get on up and let's take it to the top where we belong, 'cause the age of
Question: what scene from Beat Street lives in your head? The club battles, the writing, or the final performance? And how does this track color that memory?
Let's go to work. We got what'll make your body jerk. Make it throw your hands up in the air.
A siren-like synth, an 808 that feels like it's bouncing off the ceiling, and a chant you can't help but answer, jam on it. This is Brooklyn Electro at full power. Lean, bright, and built for dancers. The magic is in the pockets.
More production MC. If you want the best, then put me to the test, and I'm sure you'll soon agree.
The track leaves space for every pop, lock, and backspin, then fills that space with vocoder voices and playful character lines that make the record feel like a party with personalities. Nucleus understood something many crews missed in '84. Repetition isn't lazy when the groove is hypnotic.
Then a speeding bullet when I'm on the set. I don't need no fans to cool my ass.
It turns a simple idea into a ritual. You don't just listen to jam on it, you join it. Question: when that jam on it hook lands, do you shout it back, or do you save your breath for the next move? A teenager with a notebook, a drum track like steel, and a voice that hits the mic like it's a starting gun. I Need a Beat is Hunger on vinyl. Tight bars, hard stops, then more bars. The production is stripped to bone. Thudding drums, hand claps, and the room tone of a raw New York studio. That's the point. There's nowhere to hide, so the performance has to carry the record, and LL carries it with timing, breath control, and command. This isn't party talk, it's mission talk. It announced a new era where the MC is the show, and it planted the Def Jam flag with total confidence. Question: what grabs you first, the knock of the drums, or the way LL punches each bar like it's the chorus?
Every time that I see him, he says, you see, compared to me, this week compared to mine. Every time that I...
A Queensbridge teen hears a hit and answers it the same week. One take, sharp tongue, no fear. Roxanne's Revenge is the birth of battle as pop culture, a freestyle spirit pressed to wax and fired back into the streets. Shantae flips the original premise on its head, slapping down every brag with humor and sting.
Your mother's, her name is Mary, and from what I heard, the father is a fairy. But every time I see him, he's saying...
The track is raw, but that rawness is the power. You can hear a living room turn into a studio, and a neighborhood turn into a national signal. Suddenly, a local voice is boxing with radio, and winning.
Every time that I know that I am saying something fresher, in any category, I'm considered the best. And every time that I...
This record didn't just spark replies. It opened lanes for women to step in with full authority, and for answer records to become a sport. Question: which line made you go? She did not just say that. And have you quoted it at someone who deserved it?
Black. I thought I had it in the palm of my hand, but man, oh man, if I was grand, I'd bet.
The spark that lit the fire. 3 MCs and a producer clique, full force, build a crisp, clever story around a woman who won't give them the time of day, and hip-hop listeners lean in.
And if he had a baby, his name's the baby Harry. Her mother name is Mary, which is really quite contrary. Her face is very hip.
The drums are clean, the chorus is sticky, and the verses play like a short film, each member taking a swing and missing, on beat and in character. It's playful, it's tight, and it turned a B-side into a movement.
That's what you get. It happened to me. Ain't that right, Mix Master ICE?
The real legacy isn't only the song, it's what followed. Dozens of replies, spin-offs, and regional versions that proved rap could be a nationwide conversation.
The beat, that's what we planned, but she stood me up. Roxanne, Roxanne.
In '84, that was new, and it made hip-hop feel alive in real time. Question: be honest, were you Team UTFO or Team Shantae the first time you heard both sides? Two DJs kids and a baritone with a shell toe stomp step into a guitar storm and change TV, radio, and the dress code. Rock Box smashes a metal edge riff against a street tough beat. Then let's Run and DMC bark over it like they're calling a crowd into the arena.
Hey, sharp as the nail, witty as can be and not for sale. Always fucking fresh, could never.
It's not a gimmick, it's a merger. 808 attitude with live wire guitar energy, produced like a club track and performed like a stadium set. The video broke down doors on MTV. The record put leather jackets next to Kangols, and the message was simple. Rap can stand next to any music and still sound like itself.
You always tell the truth and then we never spit no logic. No curls, no braids, easy heads still get paid. Jamaica cut the record up.
From that day, hip-hop didn't need permission from rock. It could meet it head-on and lead. Question: when the riff drops, do you hear rap borrowing rock, or rock learning how to groove with rap? The journey doesn't end here. Hip-hop warrior, watch this next.